Hey guys, so what I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys how to change out your needle and nozzle on your Designer Cookies airbrush. So before you do anything, just make sure that everything is working as it should be, and that is working great. So I'm going to disconnect this and put it to the side. What you'll need is the needle and the corresponding nozzle and nozzle cap that match in size. So in this case, I'm going from what's inside my gun, which is a 0.2, up to a 0.5. So this is gonna allow me to work with shimmers. So you need the needle, the corresponding nozzle, the little tiny wrench, and I'll explain what we're gonna use that for in a second. And then I like to have these two papers just so I don't mix anything up. So first, all I'm gonna do is remove this back handle and then this little chucking nut. This one doesn't matter what side it goes on because there's only one, you're not gonna change it out. This needle, this is our old needle. This is our 0.2, so I'm just going to set it on this side so I don't confuse it. Next, I'm going to remove, let's see, there's a needle cap that can come off, but we're not where we need to be. We want to be seeing the nozzle. So this thing can sometimes get stuck, but I got it right there. Now, what I'm about to expose is the nozzle. That's the nozzle. I want to make you very clear about these little tiny black rubber bands. They're called O-rings. They're all over your airbrush, and you need to be really careful not to lose those. So this is our nozzle cap for the 0.2. So that's gonna go there, okay? So we have our 0.2 needle, our 0.2 nozzle cap, and this is our 0.2 nozzle. So let's go ahead and remove that. So it's just that little wrench. This piece, you don't want that to come off, okay? So this tiny wrench, just give it a very gentle turn, and then you should be able to screw that off, okay? Now, once again, just want to make you perfectly aware of this teeny tiny O-ring. Don't lose those because you'll get air leaks and your airbrush won't work properly. So it's just so tiny, that tiny little black dot right there, okay? So again, this goes on our 0.2. Now, we're ready to do the change. That's removing all the old pieces, and now we're going to upgrade to the new. So again, so I'm not confusing anything, I'm keeping it right there. So I'm gonna pull off this needle cap. Now, we're gonna go in the opposite order. So originally we took out our needle, then we took off our nozzle cap, and then now our nozzle. So I just start by manually screwing this in. Again, there's that little teeny tiny O-ring, that little black thing. Don't lose those because you'll get an air leak. So, and I'm gonna manually tighten this by hand, and then just give a very light turn with the wrench, just till you feel it give, okay? You don't want to crank and crank because I actually have broken one of these off and the threads are in there. Until you feel it give, and then maybe just a tiny bit more. Then we're gonna put on our new nozzle cap, okay? At this point, if you'd like to, you can put your needle in. So I always do this for everything. If I'm cleaning or anything, I will put my pinky here and then use my other finger right here just to balance and to put this in perfectly straight. I don't want to bend that needle tip. If I bend that needle tip, you will get a spray pattern that comes out where you don't want it to. So I just saw that come out, and I'm gonna just give it a slight twist. Again, I'm not jamming anything, just going very gently. And then I'm gonna screw this chucking nut back on, the back handle, which if you can see there's a hole back there, you want to put the needle into that hole. So right there. Okay, there it goes. And then this, again, is the needle cap. That guy just protects the needle from bends. And that's it. So let me just do a quick test. After you change the needle, you want to make sure that everything is working fine. And that's perfect, okay? It's working as it should be. So if your compressor starts acting funky, you probably have an air leak. You either lost an O-ring or something like that. Now, to finish this up, I'm going to want to remove, so I don't confuse this, you either have to put this in a bag and label everything. Don't lose these, don't lose your O-ring. If you want to protect your needle, especially on this really fine needle, you can put this in here like that. But so if you want to store all the old parts, I recommend that you remove these stickers that say 0.5 and you change the label to 0.2. And then you can just pop these guys in here. I don't want to confuse myself, so I'm just going to show you quickly and pour it back out. So that's the process. Very easy, very quick. And you can use this 0.5 for shimmers, okay? It allows a lot larger particles to come out.